Yo, 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 what's up, my dropouts? Welcome back to Dropping Knowledge, a 3 Dropout podcast. We got your boy Bubbles.
Yeah.
We got V.
What it do?
And we got our special guest here, Reddy and Jared.
Gang.
Jared Gutierrez.
Yeah, what he said.
Every time it's a full name, huh?
I gotta give. Hey, do you have a middle name?
Let's not
Don't
talk
say
about
it.
it.
That's all
It's-
it is.
No,
It's
I don't.
Juan.
Is it El Papi?
That's close. That's close.
Oh, El
Chulo?
Capitan.
No.
I like that.
Yeah, he actually has a really good middle name.
What's your middle name?
It's already long past.
Yeah, it's long past.
It's long past.
Yeah, I don't want to hear it anymore
want us
because we got
fast.
some
How was your
much better
day
ones.
today, Bubbles?
It was good, man. You know, Monday I actually took the day off. I did like zero work in the daytime, but I did like work like for my mom and stuff like around the house and all that. Took her shopping for Festival of Lights is coming up, Diwali. So she likes to make sweets every night. So you know, got
I saw
got
that
her
movie.
stuff, all that stuff.
Dilwale?
He's talking
Yeah, I
about
saw that
Dilwale, totally different.
They dance on-
This man is ignorant.
You know what? It's funny you say that because I was pretty deceived by it. I thought it was about mustard fields and dancing on roofs. Turns out that's just my regular life anyway. I run through mustard fields, snort
Where
some mustard
do you
here and
find
there.
mustard fields in West Sacramento?
It's funny you asked that. In my pants.
There it is.
There it is. Okay.
Yes.
If you, I've noticed that if you ask Reddy enough
Any
questions, if you ask him and you keep it going, it always comes back to something in his pants.
Hey, sorry guys. Hey, so I was on the internet today perusing the daily gossip.
The internet?
The
interwebs?
Yes.
Oh my God!
Hey, and you know what, you guys? I learned how to type with 2 fingers this time. No longer. Yes.
Elbows.
Did you know? Actually, this is a fact about the internet. I just learned that everything on the internet is true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Hey, the first thing you see on Yahoo front page is always facts.
I have a wait. I have a story for that. So I actually believed it. I was on Facebook. I was on Facebook, and someone put Morgan Freeman had died.
Oh yeah, you.
I
remember
this. Yo.
Yeah.
Disrespectful.
I went to
That was
class.
fucked up.
I went to class, and I told everyone. I was like, "Yo, did you guys hear Morgan Freeman died?" I was like, "No way!" Everyone got sad. They Googled. They fact checked me. I was wrong. They all looked at me like, "Bro,
Bro, you fell for this?
yeah."
It literally says
Where you getting your
hoax.com.
news?
But they checked that on the internet, so the
Yeah,
internet
what-
lied to you in the
what-
first place.
Right.
See, so is he still alive? Is the
No,
question.
they cracked the fortune cookie.
Schrodinger's cat.
What? They had an 8-ball, and they're like, "Is Morgan Freeman
Smart.
dead?"
You guys heard of Schrodinger's cat?
Tell me.
If you take, you have a
I heard
box
about
and it's
this.
airtight, okay? And you can't see in it, and the cat can't see out. You throw a cat in there, a hairless cat like Veeple.
Yeah. Condor.
V. And so you throw, Condor?
Yeah.
So you throw a hairless cat in there, it doesn't have to actually not have hair, regardless.
Okay.
And then you close it, right?
Yeah.
So listen, there's no air in the box. But if you don't open the box, you don't know for certain that the cat is dead.
This is weird.
Isn't that a physics thing? Like,
It's about empirical evidence or something like that, like science.
Right.
But
It's
I
a
mean,
physics concept.
if it never moves forever, like for
No,
a really long time, it could be dead.
Any mammal will die in a vacuum.
Yeah.
We know
Right,
that.
right.
But we don't know that for certain 100% that the cat is dead.
It's not the physics thing. Like, is light a wave or a point, right? And like things like you don't really know. Like, if you look at it, then it becomes a wave, and if you don't, then it's a
That's really
dot.
interesting. I'm not sure, to be honest.
physics.
That actually brings me to the next topic. Do you guys believe it? Is it true if you fart in a container and you open it again, do you smell the fucking fart that's in there?
What?
No? Is that
Hold
just the way my
on.
brain works?
Is that why when I came over and had a bowl of cereal,
no,
it
so
tasted
when
like
you ask me
ass?
if when you want rice and it's in the refrigerator,
Yeah.
that's actually weeks of ass. just so you actually put
Jesus.
your name on that fucking container.
Just ass in the refrigerator.
Yeah.
You got like 7 containers. Your whole family does it, or
7 containers?
Yo, my dad's a jokester, right? He actually started this fucking thing. He's like, yo, who want beans? There's literally one fucking bean in there. And he said, who's hungry? I opened that shit. God damn. I caught the stomach flu for a week.
Your dad ate all the beans that were in there originally,
He
yes.
actually ended up eating that bean.
Oh my god.
He's the moral of the story
He's a good guy. Moral of the story is
don't come to my house.
But is it true that he who smelt it dealt it?
Yeah, no, it's just my dad, dog. That's just my father.
So he just dealt it,
No,
and you smelt it.
He be smelting it. He be Yeah,
What?
doing all types of shit.
I totally forgot what he saw on the internet. I was trying to
Oh,
remember.
yeah.
What did he
Oh,
see
man.
on the internet?
Morgan Freeman.
No.
Me?
No.
No.
Yeah,
Wait,
he saw Morgan
did
Freeman
you
was
even
dead.
get to say what you saw on the
No, I
internet?
didn't.
Oh, okay.
In fact, but Morgan Freeman was way more interesting than what I
Because
saw.
I'm
got good
I'm
stories.
just sitting
Yeah.
here, and then I'm thinking about JR farting in a container. And then I transitioned into, wait, what did he find on the internet? And I couldn't remember.
So this is a question I got for you.
Yes, I'm here.
Like,
He's here.
what did it taste like?
Ah, dude. Here, come a little closer to me, ready?
Okay,
true
so I
story.
was
It's not a true
so
story.
I was surfing the old interwebs there with my 2-finger QWERTY typing, and I happened to pass a very interesting thing. You guys know Nick Young, the
Basketball player that
Yeah,
was
like
the biggest-
yeah.
Swaggy Pete,
Yeah.
Swaggy
Swaggy
Pete.
Pete.
Yeah.
That's what they call it. They call him Swaggy P.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
put some respect on his name.
Yeah,
Yeah,
don't be fucked
you
up.
know what I was actually thinking earlier was we should be calling him Swaggy V. But it's because he's got a vagina and it's probably super cool. Swaggy VJ or whatever.
Come on, hey, I be doing those workouts though. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
your Kegels.
Oh yeah, Kegels. Kegels?
Is that what they call him?
What? Okay, but what does that help in men?
He's actually
butthole.
he's
it really the
actually
butthole?
Yeah, your anal sex.
Which brings us to our next topic. Is the G-spot really in the man's asshole?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay,
Who answered that?
legitimate about that.
He
yeah.
said that
That
without
was a
he said that
that was a
without
fast
a doubt.
answer.
I saw it.
So the reason why V's doing the Kegel exercises is he's getting ready for his first ping pong ball show. Do you guys know what a ping pong ball show is?
No.
No, I have no idea.
Please
Ready, do
please
you know?
educate us.
No.
Educate me, educate me.
I'm very old, as you can
Oh,
tell.
who wants to tell already?
Go ahead, bud.
That pornography is out of my
I
realm.
don't, I don't want to tell him. One of you guys has to tell
Okay,
him.
All right,
can I first guess what it is, and then you guys just tell me if it's right?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll rebuttal. Go
Okay.
ahead, man.
Someone gets a ping pong paddle shoved up their butthole the long way.
No.
Damn.
That was actually pretty
The
close.
wide
The
way?
business end.
No,
business
the
end?
wide way. So not the
Pancake.
long way.
Pancake butt.
Girth is what you're going for.
Pancake butt?
So I don't know how
Yeah,
to do it
But
in,
it's like a...
in
You shouldn't have
America.
pancake,
I think they have it differently, but in Mexico, this method is we hang you by the feet, and we have a gentleman just drop his nutsack right in your nostrils.
What the hell?
What is that called?
That's called a tea bag.
It's called pay your rent, homie.
You're 3 days late.
What happens on the 4th day? What do you got to do on the 4th day, man?
This is gonna teach you to tell me Morgan Freeman's dead. Come here.
Hey, you know what time it is, fool?
Hey, Bato, you have one day.
I want you to be private nutsack.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
Mortgage just do right.
Wait, is that really what?
What, in Mexico?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we do all
Are you
types
serious?
of ill shit.
What do you mean we? Why you
Wait,
say
wait,
we?
Oh, my bad. What are you talking about?
You do it. Tell us what you had to do for some rent, okay?
Oh, bro, I've done some shit.
That-
It's all for a whole different day, buddy.
Hey, what's really weird is that he did that over in Bridgeway the other day. It was really good for some
Hey,
regular.
and he had no rent to pay.
So, ready, a ping pong ball show is.
Oh man.
So you go to Thailand. Okay.
What?
Yeah.
Anything in Thailand
You
is
have
shady.
to go to Thailand. And so what happens is a woman who has practiced all her life shoves several things up her vagina.
Okay.
And most common thing is ping pong balls. And
What else
then,
could it be?
I've heard of many other things, like LED light strip, so that she
What?
pulls it out.
Wait,
and
no way.
Yeah, like stuff like that. So
LEDs?
I have
Bowling ball?
I have two stories actually. The first time I heard about this show, I actually booked tickets to Thailand for next year. So so I'm going next year in July. But yeah, so she pretty much fires it out, and I've also heard that they actually do like competitions where like who's more accurate shooting it out, how far they can shoot it, and yeah, just kind of all types of ill shit.
I don't want to be the but it's pronounced accurate. Okay,
gotcha.
get that right.
Is that from Urban Dictionary?
What's pronounced what?
Accurate is accurate.
Accurate.
Is that
DJ Khaled. DJ Khaled
Accurate is
dictionary.
actually pronounced what?
Accurate. Learn English.
Oh really?
is that Ebonics?
Okay, why don't you take your bitch ass back to England and we'll stay here?
So-
because in American, it's pronounced accurate.
So this is a question I have for you about that Thai ping pong.
I'm not a no.
Thai
Let
ping
me
pong? I like that name.
let me preface
You don't
this
like
by
this one,
saying I am not a ping pong show expert.
You sure? Because you
Yeah.
seem like you
Yeah.
know.
This
that was
is
actually
all
pretty informative.
this is all secondhand information that I got
Christmas lights.
Why do you have a ping pong
from somebody.
in your left hand right now?
I know.
Why did you come over with a paddle on the other hand? That was really weird too.
He came prepared.
Yeah.
He wanted this.
Who's trying to go to a show? So yes.
all right,
What was your
let's get
question? I'll see if I can answer it.
Is this a co-ed sport or just is it all inclusive?
No,
You know what I mean?
as far as I know, it's very segregated to females only. But if you would like to be a trailblazer, I would imagine it would be as popular as the WNBA is here in the States.
You actually.
So not popular at all. Is
No,
what you're
not
saying.
at all. No one's going to the games. The tickets, they actually pay you to come to the game.
Okay, and I would have to find a summer job as well
Yep,
as a winter
100%,
job, as well as a
yeah.
fall
You
job
actually fit
and
the
a spring
description
job.
of what they want.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, you have the vagina and you look like
Yeah.
a lady boy.
Yeah.
And apparently they
No,
say
100%.
Yeah.
100%. You are guaranteed.
And you gotta for some reason love 8.
60K
Hey.
starting off.
Hey, look,
Really?
hey, look,
Yeah, they
look.
got you, fam.
Hey, we'll put you in the corner,
bro.
right?
In my court.
Okay.
You know too much.
With
Fucking
some
recruiter
heels.
over here.
Uh-huh.
Right. And then whatever you make, I get 80%.
You sound like a pimp, and I sound like a prostitute. This sounds really good.
like a pimp.
Sounds really exciting. Yeah.
Hey,
looks
no,
like a
listen,
pimp.
look, it's a great business.
And if I don't bring you back the amount of money that you're expecting, will there be any repercussions for that?
Yeah, you black guys.
Black guys?
Black guys.
Which brings us to our next topic.
Swaggy P.
Swaggy P.
Swaggy P. Okay, so
P.
That was
listen.
actually our first topic, but
we don't know what happened to it. We're
So,
like, yes.
so Swaggy P, among the millions of weird things that he said about Iggy Azalea, which is really sad because she is fliggity fly. I'm
Yeah,
feeling
yeah.
I
like-
actually don't think she's
she
that
really?
fly.
Wait,
hold
show
up,
hands,
hold
show
up.
hands,
She's
show
not
hands.
that
Who doesn't
fly.
like Iggy right here? Who doesn't find Iggy?
Well, wait, rap career or
No, in terms of beauty-wise.
Aesthetics.
Aesthetics.
Aesthetics,
Yeah,
looks,
looks.
modeling.
what do you got?
I don't
what's the
like her.
problem?
Really?
What's the problem?
Really?
She's
So
too
two
pale.
out of
Too pale?
out of 5 people here.
And that
Yeah,
was
what's the
Bubbles and
okay.
come on, that's no to this.
You got a problem with
she
big
has
butts?
she has a huge booty
Yes.
You don't like
and
that?
a terrible face.
Whoa!
So that's a no for me.
So what's the rating
wait,
you want?
big booty is a no.
Here's the thing.
No,
Have you
I
guys?
thought she had a big booty. That's a plus.
Mm-hmm.
But
Well, you
the
didn't say
face-
that.
Okay, yeah, you didn't say
Yeah,
that.
you didn't say it's a plus. You said
Start
she
over,
got a
start
big
over,
booty
start over.
and she has an ugly face.
Start over.
Okay,
I
okay.
need clarification.
All right,
I
big
want to
booty-
fight you.
Nice.
Big booty's
She's-
a plus.
Okay.
Face is horrible.
She's
so
not
no go for me.
attractive.
It's just a face.
She's
So
not
no
attractive.
go for me.
Is that face?
Look at bro. She looks like one of the Wayans brothers off of White Chicks. Are you guys kidding me?
Oh, she does. She does.
Actually,
She
there
does.
was a couple of people that dressed up.
Have you guys
like
not?
Iggy Azalea.
Yeah. Have you guys
Dressed
not
up.
seen that?
Is
And
that
what's up with
is
the
that
mole?
because she's pale white?
Because she literally looks like the girls. From
Yeah.
Yeah,
and then
she looks like.
But that's
girl.
just like a coincidence.
It was a coincidence.
Is it?
But I'd
Because
still
man, that was a mask.
I like her.
100%.
No,
smash.
but that's like a coincidence because she just wound up looking like that because of her face shape. But I mean, that
that's
don't.
dude, she literally looks like a black guy in white face.
First off, are we even allowed to talk about that at this point in our careers?
Can we?
Have you guys? Okay, look up
we
Iggy
get-
Azalea White Chicks. Look it up.
No, we don't want to look at that.
Yeah.
I don't need to look
No, I
at
believe
that.
it. I
No,
know
no, no. I believe it. I saw her
believe
on. I saw her on the In and Out rerun the other day.
Oh, she was there.
She was looking super bad, bro.
Yeah,
I
bro.
also, but let me just give a disclaimer. I also don't think that Nicki Minaj is attractive.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
okay,
This
hold
just
on,
became
hold
two
on.
dropouts.
If I could elaborate on that.
Please do.
Any from the waist up, she's looking amazing. From the waist down, skinny legs, big butt. I'm not feeling it.
Are you serious?
Because it's not real, bro. You can tell when it's
is
not
real.
real.
Hey, listen.
No,
listen.
this-
Real or fake, it's still nice.
No, I don't. I'm not.
He knows.
Real or fake?
Listen, I don't
He
care.
knows.
I don't care about plastic surgery. I'm just saying that when it looks that bad, when you see
Does it
skinny
look that
legs that go into a big weird butt, I'm not feeling it.
Have you guys seen?
I
It's
like a
like
huge butt.
it's like Kim Kardashian. Have you guys seen the photos where she looks
that's
like
rough.
I like it.
No, no,
where
no,
she
no,
looks
no.
like Penguin from Batman?
Yeah, I fucks with Penguin, man.
I love that movie.
I fucking love
Would you clap Penguin's cheeks?
Oh yeah, definitely. All day.
He's
Okay,
clapped a
Don't catch me,
couple.
that man.
He's fucked a couple of penguin girls.
Is
in
that
his life.
also the ill shit
Yeah,
that they
yeah.
do in Mexico?
Yeah. Not
Okay.
even half the shit you see.
If you see a dude walking like this in Mexico,
Yeah.
you're
Hey,
just
listen, I just got an alert that Mexico just disowned you, so you're on your
No.
own, baby. You're on your
He
own.
wasn't even. Why does Bunty get the alert?
Yeah.
I'm
you get
subscribed to international news.
So what do you get?
Wait, you got that on hoax.com, the Morgan Freeman site. So
I am
don't even-
subscribed.
He's good. You're still good.
People's like, hey, yo, I got the alert too.
Yo, did you know what this?
Hey, search that on Wikipedia right now.
Yo, speaking of Iggy Azalea, yo, passed away.
Okay, Kim, let's go with the first topic, shall we? Swaggy Pay.
Yo, but hold on. So how are you feeling about? You think the face is weird because you said that?
No,
you
I
agreed
like
with that.
Iggy, I like Kim K, and I like Nicki Minaj.
Wow, you're 3 for 3, buddy.
3
Wow.
for 3.
What
3
about
for 3.
Cardi B? That's a tough one.
I like Cardi
I
B.
love Cardi B.
Okay,
I love
it's
it.
not that tough.
I
It's
love
not
it.
honestly not that tough.
I am indifferent to Cardi B.
Here we go.
Yeah, I know. It's like I don't
Yeah.
like her, but I don't hate her. I'm just like
But
Is
whatever.
it
the
color?
question is, would you smash?
I mean, if she threw pussy at me, I'd probably catch it.
Hey,
Yeah,
but her
yeah,
pussy
and I'd
popping
be right there.
But she's
back you.
pussy popping on the charts, fam.
Oh, that's a real thing.
True. She was. It was popping apparently.
It was?
Yeah, I don't know.
Wait,
if it's,
no,
is
no,
it
no,
still?
no,
Is it
it's
still
popping.
popping?
It's still popping.
Because you
She's
said
still
it
going.
was.
Is it popping?
No, you
still?
said it was.
I don't know. I don't.
You
I
think?
don't.
You think that just because she
Honestly,
had a kid, she fell off?
I'm actually not subscribed to the pussy popping newsletter, so I don't keep up with it. I don't
Check
know.
your alert. Check your alert.
Check your alert.
I gotta check my
You're
alerts.
subscribed to the wrong shit, buddy.
Hoax.com? Not working
I'm
for you.
subscribed to
Sorry.
El Gazetto.
Jeez.
That's where I get it.
Okay, so
So Swaggy P.
so you know Swaggy P had that whole scandal where he got recorded by that rookie in the locker room.
In the locker room.
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
Explain the story.
You can go ahead.
Explain.
So they were in the Lakers locker room. He was pretty much saying some controversial stuff. He got recorded and it got leaked.
But the controversial stuff was he was all the girls, all the groupies
Yes.
that he was messing with while with Iggy Azalea's.
So you know, I mean, this was going on when the Lakers were doing bad, anyways, and
So fuck him.
so that has nothing to do with it. But this guy pretty much just, I mean, he gave up all the deets and everything, and it was a little bit of a scandal. In the sports world, honestly, I don't think it really mattered that much. It was more of like the pop culture world. They were like, oh my god.
But you know that rookie got in trouble for by the team because you're
Yeah.
not allowed to record in the locker room.
Yep. Yep.
That was kind of a weird move for a dude to do.
It was very shady.
Yeah, that seems like a very like.
And he was like a pariah in the locker room, dude. The
rookie?
teammates were super mad. I guess eventually he apologized and they like accepted it and they were like, hey, don't.
He didn't
don't
get
do that
traded off.
stuff.
I could have sworn he got traded off.
Well, I mean, he apologized to the Lakers still, but yeah, he had to go. Like he
like
couldn't
he did
stay with
that
that
already.
organization.
You can't trust.
So I was gonna ask people. Sorry to cut you off, very. What do you think the reason was behind this? My thoughts are he was just trying to slide in. With
I know,
Iggy,
that's what I'm
right?
thinking
right?
too.
Yeah, pound that
He
shit.
did that on purpose.
That's
like,
right, buddy.
That's
So
what I
tell
was
me
feeling
more
too.
about
Tell me more
That
about
sounds
those
like
hoes.
that sounds like something one of our friends would say.
You know what I'm saying?
Would do.
No, can you imagine?
You know what I'm talking
Can
about.
you imagine? Like
We
I'm like
celebrated his
recording
birthday.
you and I'm like, yo.
But they're not friends.
No, I know. But if I'm trying to slide,
It's like if my next door neighbor comes in and records you talking about that.
right, because he's trying to slide in.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, sure, but I mean that's not a violation of anything but a code of ethics to the team in the locker room.
Bro code.
And he's part of
No,
the
that's
team,
no bro
man.
code. They ain't bros.
No, that's true.
I mean, if you're on the team, like, there's got to be a code to be like, hey, man, you know.
Hey man. Hey,
No,
hey,
yeah,
keep that- keep
no,
that-
that's not
like,
right.
keep this on the
In the
low-low.
world of sports, yeah, you don't do that. If you're
Like-
on a team, it doesn't matter if you don't
like,
get
pretty much,
along.
They are your bros. at that
There's a
point,
code of ethics
right?
because it's NBA, NFL, baseball. It's brotherhood. Like you don't do stuff like that. To
I
your
don't
teammates.
think the coach isn't in it either. He was.
The coach is like,
Hey,
you
rookie,
got
come
this.
here. Come here, rookie.
Hey,
I got
yo,
a plan
Rook,
for you, buddy.
let me get that videotape.
Yeah.
No, but
I'm gonna leak it personally, rookie. Go ahead and say
rookie.
that.
So we don't even know this guy's
Yeah, we
name.
don't.
Okay? He's going down in infamy for blowing up the.
Rookie.
Anyway, so Swaggy P came out randomly a couple of days ago. He doesn't want to let this Iggy Azalea train go. That was his only claim to fame besides being a middling.
Shit, looks like she got hit by a train.
Okay, there it is.
Wow, bro.
Low blow?
Hey, Nick Young.
I give it to you.
Hey, someone give him a mirror.
Dang.
Hey, Amon agrees with me.
No.
I do.
Hey,
really
Nick
do.
Young, shooting guard?
Yes.
Okay. So, yeah, he was middling at best shooting guard. I don't really.
He was, oh, dude, no, he wasn't. He's like a journeyman player.
I don't wanna call
He's been
him-
on hella different teams. He's never like a star, but he's been in the news more for the stuff that he's done off the court than he has on the court.
So he's taking that Kim Kardashian route.
Yeah. Except he didn't get digged down by a
Oh,
black
you
guy.
know what? You remember? You know what? I would
As far
like
as we know.
Hey, you never know. Ray J might be in it.
You're not gonna believe what the rookie just recorded.
There's a new mixtape. I'm subscribed to TMZ.
I would liken Swaggy P to that other guy that Kim Kardashian married. You know the guy for 30 days?
Chris.
Chris 1.5
Chris
years in the
Humphries.
league.
Chris Humphries.
Yeah, Chris one
Chris
year in the
Hemsworth.
league.
Yeah.
One and
Thor?
done.
Yeah, you finally caught it off, buddy.
Hey, he was only in there for 1 year, right?
He was what?
1 year.
He
He played one with the Clippers and that was it, right?
Well, no, he's been a backup on other teams. I think he's still in the league actually.
Are you sure about that?
You know what? If he is, he's like
Check
third
Hoax.com.
string.
Yeah, I got you.
And I mean, you know, hey, while we're on the topic, Lamar Odom and Khloe Kardashian.
Why do we all laugh before we hear it? I've heard about Lamar Odom in the years, dude.
What happened to Lamar?
Him and Khloe, the whole scandal. You guys didn't follow that?
No.
No, I didn't. No.
Wow. See, if these guys were superstars, you guys would have heard about it.
Yeah, that's true.
Like everybody knows about the Kobe thing.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like nobody knows about Swaggy P and Iggy.
That's true.
Nobody knows about Lamar and Chloe.
You're like an 8-foot-tall dude that passes out with cocaine and a bunch of crack sprinkled around and a bunch of passed out prostitutes and all of a sudden no one
who
remembers
all
you,
have
right?
camera phones. Like
Yeah.
it's 2016,
That's
bro.
true,
Like
that's
come on,
true.
you can't do that.
Yeah, it's not 1985 anymore where you can be Dennis Rodman
But I just
I wear a dress.
and wear a dress. Yeah.
I think
He's still wearing it.
I think he definitely
kilt now.
violated some codes, but I never felt bad for Swaggy P about that ever. Never felt bad.
So let me tell you why you're gonna feel even worse about Swaggy P.
Tell me.
Yeah, please.
If there's ever one time that I wanted to dick punch a gigantic, beautiful man,
I'm looking at you.
Damn, yeah.
yeah,
What's this guy you want to do?
a Nubian prince, if you will,
Okay.
then it's now. He said that he had the opportunity to get with the Queen of Barbados herself, Rihanna.
Really?
He wanted to get under her umbrella.
Okay, so my boy had that set up.
You were thinking about this all
Think
day.
about his dreams.
Yeah.
Did that one hit? Did that hit?
That one hit
No.
me
Hey,
good.
hey, the thing is, if I was him, 100%.
This podcast.
You're down for Rihanna.
Yeah, I would have down for her. I would have kicked her to the curb so hard.
So he said.
Kick Rihanna to the curb?
No, Iggy. Come on.
You're not saying that. I was like, what?
Well,
Yeah.
obviously he's
No,
a dicky.
so-
So you're exchanging Iggy's face for Rihanna's forehead.
yeah.
I just gotta clarify.
Yeah.
So he said she was kicking game, but it was right in the beginning of him and Iggy, and he was feeling that white chick's face.
Yeah.
No, I mean from the face from the white chicks. Yeah, exactly. I'm feeling that face too. Heads up. Heads up.
Yeah.
Does that mean that I'm attracted to Marlon Wayans?
Yeah, you were.
Yeah.
Especially Sean.
By
Sean
process-
Wayans does have really nice.
By
cheeks.
process
that's what I'm
of
saying.
osmosis, you're
Okay.
attracted to him.
Yeah.
Is that
Osmosis
osmosis?
Jones. Yes.
You need to read a
I
1,000-page
think
book
that's a
on,
couple degrees of separation. No osmosis, baby, please.
I got a book for you. It's 1,000-page. It's a G-spot for the men.
So okay.
For dummies.
Yeah, guppies.
So then, what was the end result of him saying
Yeah,
that? Like, what happened?
Man, just out of nowhere, he brought that up on a random interview. I thought that was pretty disrespectful to both my girl Iggy.
Well, are they beefing or what?
There's,
Iggy and
no,
Rihanna?
well, it was an ugly breakup for Swaggy P and things, so he keeps trying to drag her. And you know, with the recent situation with T.I. saying that he wished that he had never even met Iggy Azalea,
What?
he said she murdered hip hop. Can you believe that?
Dude, but T.I.
Yeah.
was
They had a good song. They had a good song.
T.I.'s the one that signed her. Put her
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
Damn.
Grand Hustle, yeah. And
put
he
her
said
on.
that he's got a new female artist.
Oh.
And he said that he's trying to make up for the damage he did with Iggy Azalea.
Yo.
Hey, so Nick Young decides to be petty to the max, more petty Tom Petty than I've ever been in my entire life.
Shout out to Tom Petty.
Shout out Tom Petty. He died last year, but R.I.P. Rip
Rip.
TP.
Yeah, and then rip my yeah.
Okay.
Damn, bro, seriously,
What's up,
Tom
bro?
Petty, man. So Mr. Free Falling himself, you can't do that to him.
So then, what he say?
T.I.
Yeah. No.
T.I. said that he's trying to make up for that, and then I think Mr. Petty, Swaggy P stands for Swaggy Petty. Okay.
Oh,
Okay,
God,
you were just-
yo, these
okay.
fucking puns.
Hey, can you get to the point?
He's
You're
piling it
taking too
on.
long.
He's piling it on. Okay, so she got blasted last week by T.I. himself. Yo, that's a big hit to the ego, right? And then you just the dude that was engaged to me all of a sudden throws that out there that Rihanna was kicking game, but I was like, I'll just slide with this white girl just because I'm already there. Painful.
Okay, so, all right, next. 'Cause
I don't
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
I don't
Hey,
think
alright.
that's that bad though.
You don't
What's
think
not-
dragging your ex when she's already down?
To be told that by T.I. when you've pretty much already kind of made it.
Yeah,
Because
is she still rapping right now?
enough people fuck with your
No,
music.
I
Like, she could
think
retire now off of royalties.
Yeah, I think she stopped. She stopped making music.
No, she's got a new album coming out.
Who's gonna buy it?
obviously not you.
I'll be front row
Clearly
center.
not you.
I'll be front row center on Spotify.
Yo, she got some.
Download it.
Yo, she had some hits,
Yeah, she
bro.
had some big-
No,
had
she
some
had.
bangers.
I'm not knocking as an artist. You guys asked if I think she's attractive, which I don't.
Well,
You know
why
what I
did
mean? Like I don't knock Lady Gaga as an artist, but I'm not gonna sleep with her. Like,
You're not gonna sleep with Lady Gaga.
Even with that new butt on her?
I think
That's
Lady-
what?
dude, what am I gonna do?
My boy stay on
What am I gonna do? Suck
off that, buddy.
No, I'm not gonna suck on her Adam's apple. Like no, I'm not gonna sleep with. I'm not gonna sleep with Lady Gaga.
Okay,
bro.
so hey, this
I'm not attracted to her.
Does Lady Gaga really have a penis?
That's the old.
Hey, we're bringing it back, man. All right,
That's
quickly.
2014. But yeah, I don't think that's
don't think it's true.
bad.
So listen, it's been going around. It's been going around for a while that Iggy Azalea murdered hip hop. I heard that. I heard that like
Yeah.
3 times in the last like 2 weeks.
Hey, actually, funny story. So me and Jared actually had to write a topic on that for our dance class.
On what?
On Iggy Azalea, like,
Yeah.
did she murder hip hop and did she
What?
incriminate blackface? Yeah.
Yeah.
And I agreed with her. I wrote the meanest essay. I got an A on it.
Oh, man.
I swear to God, I roasted Iggy.
How did she? I don't understand. How do you kill hip hop? I'm still trying to figure that out.
I
Hip-hop's
think,
still alive and well.
honestly, I think that has to do more with her background and what she looks
Yeah,
like
I do.
than
I
it does
agree.
with her actual talents. Because
I mean-
I can't knock her music, dude. Like everybody was fucking with
Yeah,
it. It was
everyone
top
was.
40. Like it was on
Her
the
first
charts.
one, she was already climbing.
And I mean, if you look at some of the music like the newer generation rappers are making, and people are fucking with that, like hip hop evolves. That's the nice thing about it. Like
That's
it
not-
evolves
yeah.
and it
Yeah.
keeps going, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So 90s hip hop is still hip hop, but so is 2010s hip hop.
But I'm gonna be honest. I think that with the influx of all these new clout rappers and everything,
just
there's
gonna
no more hip hop. It's clout
Uh,
rap. That's way different.
Well,
It's bubblegum rap.
No, but I was gonna say, didn't
rap.
they say
Juicy
freshmen, the New Year freshmen or whatever, that they killed hip hop?
Right,
They're
but
doing
okay.
good,
So let
and
me
they're
ask a
doing-
question: Is it because she's a white female and not just
That's what he just said.
a female?
Yeah, that's
I think.
Well, what if
Hey.
what if she's just a
Thanks for
female?
re-
This is
Thanks
what-
for
this
rewording.
is
Thanks for
what-
rewording
Thanks
our
for
bubbles.
rewording what I just said.
No.
So I've been doing extensive research after I heard that Ti thing last
You
week.
watched a YouTube video, okay?
Yeah.
First of all,
Not extensive.
don't try to pass it off.
Yeah, right? No, I've been reading a lot of stuff. Media takeout, shout out. So
Sponsor us, please.
Sponsor us,
Media
okay.
takeout. So,
Manscaped my balls itch.
I gotta throw that up.
No.
sorry. Okay. So I've been doing a lot of research and everything, right? And people are saying that one of the big things that I've been seeing recurring on like 3-4 different articles is that she lost that Australian accent on purpose.
Oh.
I'm gonna be honest though, they're not that thick of accents unless you're like right in the deep.
Crocodile
deep.
Dundee.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you're in the
But-
deep.
But that's what British hip hop did. They try to emulate American hip hop,
Yeah.
and they try to do it on purpose.
Yeah.
They lost that hip hop. They lost that accent.
Yeah.
Just so they can be up there as well.
Right.
And so it's no different that Iggy did the
Shout
same
out to
thing.
21 Savage.
Oh man, that is not
Hey,
right.
that was the best finesse. That was the
man.
best finesse.
You know
He
what
had
though?
us
That
all.
don't count. That don't count because he grew up in zone 6?
He had us
Where in,
all. What's zone
Little
6?
Britain?
No.
In
Hey, you
West
see
Six.
Actually, Zone 6 is Britain.
That's a good one.
In
Hey,
Wales.
you seen that meme where it's him and there's a bunch of those Confederate
yeah.
soldiers
That's
around him?
awesome.
That is super funny.
Yeah.
That's a.
All right. So okay, we're gonna be
take
right
a-
back.
we're gonna
Let's
take a
take a little
break
break.
and-
We're gonna be right back.
All right, and we're back. So we just had a little intermission. We grabbed some BK.
Hey, wipe that white stuff off your mouth.
There it is.
Hey, you had that the Beyond Burger? Beyond Burger,
Impossible.
right?
Impossible.
Impossible.
Impossible
Right.
Yo.
Well, he's not wrong because it is beyond the meat patty.
Don't try that.
No, it is. That's
don't do
what it's
that.
called. It's called beyond the
Don't
meat.
do that.
So he's
Don't
not
do
wrong.
that right now.
He's not wrong.
He's not right.
He's not.
Hey, no, that burger was good.
Yeah,
First time.
I took a bite and it definitely tasted like our god
Okay, all right.
cow meat.
I saw both of your eyes go super wide.
It's haram.
My God.
And shout out to religion.
Shout out to religion.
Is that appropriate to say during Diwali week?
That's a good.
First
yeah,
off,
yeah,
first
yeah.
off, you have never seen the movie, so how can you talk about it?
Do I
Here's
have
the
to see the
thing.
fucking
This
movie?
is dropping the Monday after. So what's up, baby?
And plus, he's been several
Bars.
Diwalis with
Yeah, so now I'm
Yeah.
offended by
It's
that.
it's
Shout out time delays. Shout
it
out
is.
time delays.
Anyways, so
go
what
to the
were we
next-
talking about before the?
We're talking
Swaggy
about
P's done.
Iggy.
Swaggy
And
P's over.
He's done.
And
We're talking
Rihanna.
about
He's a douche.
next
I
topic.
like Iggy Azalea, and I'm feeling Rihanna. Just
Just
Yeah,
for
yeah,
the
I'm feeling Rihanna too.
for the culture.
Just for the
culture.
Really
record,
going
that
back
down,
on
bro.
this?
Yeah.
just for the record, I'm Team Chris Brown when it comes to music.
Are you
I
also
know.
Team
Wait,
Chris Brown?
Yeah.
You're Team Chris Brown when it comes to biting someone?
Yes,
And
100%.
domestic abuse, huh?
Yeah.
Whoa,
No, I
that's
just
a
listen,
little
look,
too much
It's just
for me.
I know. I mean, like, look, man, he's human. You know, he did some messed up stuff.
is that
Rihanna
called?
forgave him.
Sponsored by Double Mint.
Yeah.
What was that called?
Sponsored by spousal abuse. He
Okay, moving on. Moving on fast.
He moved forward from it, right? And I think that
If we're really talking about this right
people
now.
holding
man.
his music hostage is not good, man.
Okay.
Just
All right.
saying, no
All right.
guidance.
Ready,
Drake.
Okay, take over.
That's a whole nother day, man.
Yeah.
In other news, again, I was surfing the old
Interweb.
You're
interwebs.
fucking fingerless, buddy.
How are you typing? Like
Doing like this.
Yes, pinkies out.
Just knuckles.
Every time I gotta use a space to smash my head off the thing.
Sorry, guys.
Iggy.
you break the Artie because Artie's up there. So what did you learn on the interweb?
Again, shout out me to Takeout. We had another situation. So we have a thing that really does hit close to home for everyone in this room. Hopefully, the recent college scandals.
College admission scandal.
College admission scandal. Yeah, we have. So basically, Lori Loughlin, Felicity Huffman, and a slew of other
Slags.
influential and affluential people in the across the United States or across the world.
People? What was it? 20?
It's across the U.S. Right?
It's just a large amount.
It's
It's a lot.
Yeah, it was.
Just a celebrity.
It's across the U.S. One of them is
sure it wasn't Europe?
One of them is like wives of like celebrities, or a couple of them, right? One actually a great actor, William H. Macy. One of
Shout out Shameless.
that's one of the husbands. But you know what was a weird thing is it's mostly the moms
Well,
that are getting caught up in this. Was that off-putting? That was off-putting to me.
you know what the thing is, because William H. Macy was as well implicated as well, but Felicity Huffman took the rap, from what I understand. I might be wrong, or I might be reading a little bit of MTO right wing conspiracy theorism.
Yes.
But so Lori Loughlin and her husband, his last name is Giannulli. He's some form of like high powered designer or something. The Full House checks didn't pay for that bribery, in case you're wondering.
Oh, that's what it was.
That's the Full House mom.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Uncle Jesse's wife.
Oh, hey, ooh, hey, that was
Yeah, she's a
yeah,
baddie.
hey,
I
that-
have dreams.
Hey,
that
just
was a banger.
call back. Iggy Azalea or Lori Loughlin?
I'll go with anything besides Iggy.
Wow.
Still going with Iggy.
Yeah, I
Give
wrote
me
an essay
Oprah.
about
I'll take
how much I hate
Oprah
her.
over Iggy.
Whoa.
I'm just kidding.
The Color Purple Oprah
No.
or 2019 Oprah?
I'm talking about.
What's the difference?
You get a car. You get a car. You get a car. That Oprah. If she gets me a
Oh,
car,
gotcha,
Oprah can
Yeah,
get
yeah.
it. I don't care if
That's-
it's a Ford Fusion.
Facts.
Big facts.
You do it for Ford
I don't care if it's a Daewoo. She could give me Fred Flintstone's cart.
Oprah, this one's missing.
Yeah, what's up?
What's up with
This
this?
has no roof.
You want me to
In
stop
my
talking?
in my Daewoo Leganza.
So I mean,
Wait, so okay, back to the topic.
Yes.
Because I forgot what we were talking about. College scandal.
yes.
So I wanted to ask, how many schools were affected? And was it like Ivy League schools, state
Yeah,
schools,
they're out
or
there.
Well, no, it was a slew of different schools.
Yeah.
I used
Oh,
slew
okay.
twice.
Okay.
There's a lot,
I'm so
yeah.
sorry.
You're also a
Yeah, you're very repetitive.
I'm a super sleuth.
Yeah.
But it was a bunch of different schools ranging from state colleges, state universities.
wait, who's struggling to get in state colleges?
If your GPA ain't right,
Yeah.
then you can't.
You
You ain't getting tight.
Nah,
You ain't
I was
tight.
gonna do that, but it was too easy.
No.
Then you ain't taking flight.
Yeah, this is gonna sound like you, right?
Why
You
did you
ain't boarding that
rebuttal
flight?
that back at me, people?
So, but no, it was a bunch of. It was basically the schools local. A lot of them. There was UCLA.
Oh,
there was
snap.
an Iowa State. I'm pretty sure there was an Iowa State.
I'm pretty sure there was Sac State somewhere in there too. Now.
No.
Sorry,
Hey,
bro.
hey,
Shout out Sac
Sac
State.
Was it Harvard involved in that one?
Definitely, yeah. There was
Yeah.
that was the rowing team one.
Oh,
Yeah, that was
dang.
the team one, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Of course, dude. Who isn't gonna have their kids
if you're-
go to Harvard?
if-
UC Santa Barbara was one of them too.
Oh snap!
yeah,
Dang,
there
like,
are
yeah.
Ivy Leagues there.
Yeah, all the popular schools, and all of them on California except Harvard.
Oh no! Just because we know about the California ones doesn't mean that there wasn't ones like
Oh,
because
okay,
there's ones in
okay.
New York that are pretty prestigious,
But where
right?
do you guys fall though? Do you guys agree with this situation?
Good
or,
question.
Do you side with the parents or do you side with?
So okay, so what were the parents doing? They're paying the professors to let their kid pass.
No, admissions.
No, not
Admissions.
admissions. Not admissions. They were paying. Okay, so
SAT, okay.
no, they were paying the SAT proctor, the person that administers the test.
Oh,
There was a
okay.
gentleman that they would pay. He's a professional SAT person.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
He takes
dang.
SATs, and then they paid the proctor
Yup.
to look the other way and use that person's information. So let's say my name is Barbara Lawrence, and I need a special SAT guy to go do it, right? He's going to go with my ID, Barbara Lawrence. It's going to be not matching at all, but the proctor already knows. So he says, okay.
Man.
Yeah.
Man, that's I feel like that's very unethical, right? Because like a lot of people like they study for their entire lives, like y'all need to pass this thing, to get into school, and that kid's like, it's all good. I'm gonna go party the night before, and my mom got me.
And that's why I asked this question: where do you fall? Now I know where do you fall.
I fall against it. I feel like that's super bad, man. Like, you know, if someone's struggling for a test versus like, you know, someone paying their way out, doesn't sound very good.
What if you know, life has just blessed you and you have the opportunity to get your kid into Harvard and like put him on the rowing team, which pretty much guarantees that, like, you know, you're gonna find a company like Facebook or something. Like, you're gonna be making millions of dollars.
But where do you draw the line?
Well, can I elaborate on what he said? Some people are gifted in the mind. Other people are gifted in the wallet. So the only the
Bars.
advantage,
That sounds like a Drake bar.
Let me add on top of that. They may be gifted in the wallet, but it's not their wallet.
it's not their wallet, but then
it kind of is, isn't it?
and then also we've all everyone's heard of college funds, right?
Yeah.
College funds are created by parents or guardian, you know, like people for their kids, right? What if that's just another form of college fund. So we should say anyone that doesn't take financial aid is at an advantage then, and so we shouldn't. If your parents have money, not particularly to put you into a higher SAT score, but put you through school so that you don't have to even worry about a high SAT score or scholarships, things like that. That's also an advantage that you along those same lines.
So you're saying
True.
Right.
that because you're taking financial aid, it's also some sort of like you get some sort of leeway, I guess, right?
Not needing the financial aid
Not
is what he's saying.
needing the financial- okay.
So it's like if I'm stacked and like let's say that, you know, Pizza Guy's tanks and Reddy doesn't have money, and his kid has to take financial aid, right? But my kid, who is an idiot and who did not do well on the SATs, I have money to pay for all 4 years and he doesn't even have to work. Okay, but they get into the same college or whatever, right? Because my kid doesn't have to work and he has literally the whole time of the day to study and do all that stuff, he's saying that he's an advantage, whereas if his kid has to work. So in a way, I think they're just circumventing a step. And you know what? I don't know if I disagree with that.
I'm on your side on this one. I feel you. The road team thing was a little weird, but
So you guys, so you guys agree that it's okay that parents pay for their kids' SAT scores to be boosted?
not condemning or condoning, but I will say that it's very stressful looking for a scholarship. I don't know if anyone else had to do that.
But the thing is, like, he's still getting to a college regardless of his score.
I don't.
It just might not be the best one, right?
Right.
But he's still getting to a college.
So a college is only allotted a certain amount of money to give to students. Am I correct in this assumption?
Correct.
Okay. So scholarships or full rides, half ride, all that type of stuff, right? Mm-hmm. So college would be more inclined to accept a student that is paying their own way. The admission requirements are less stringent, from what I remember. So.
Yeah.
Basically, instead of needing a 3.5 out of high school and an SAT score of X amount, you can have like a 2.5 GPA. For anyone that wasn't. And you don't need an SAT score above some other amount because you don't need a scholarship. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's basically the same exact idea where I don't need a scholarship. And I just need this score to get in there. I mean, advantages. Without the low class, there would be no middle or high class.
But the thing is, they're getting to a college regardless of their score, right? Like the score just helps them get into a better one. Okay. But the thing is, the parents are still paying for that college, right? If they're gonna pay for his score to be boosted, they're gonna pay for that college. But then, why not let him just score naturally and get to where he's supposed to do? He'd probably do better at that college for what he scored at than the one that his parents boosted him up to, and he's probably gonna fail because he can't meet the expectations.
Well, if they have the money to pay for the score boostings, they probably have the money to get them through with professors and stuff.
That's exactly what
You have tutors, but also. You can't say fail. Let's say that they're going to be a just get by 2.0 student, right?
Yeah.
That's a 2.0 from ABC State College looks not as good as a 2.0 or a degree from Harvard. You know what I mean? So regardless, that's the advantage right there. It doesn't matter. If,
Schools have their worth. So they're
Right,
gonna pay
right.
the
But the
price.
thing is, like, where do you draw the line? Like, that kid's not getting anything. You know what I mean? Like, as like in terms of like value from education and like learning life experience and everything, he's not getting. Literally, his parents are just like grabbing his hand and guiding him through college and be like, hey, you could be a complete fuck up and you're gonna make it. And that could be your doctor slicing you open and doing surgery out of you, and you're gonna be okay with that. Or it could be your lawyer and be like, hey, you know this law? He's like, I don't know anything.
I mean, okay, well, if my parents are rich enough to pay for me to get in and get through medical school and all of it, I'm probably not gonna work for the rest of my life. Like,
but I will
honestly,
say
if
this.
I'm honest about it.
Right about that.
But he does bring up a good point. But we don't know where you guys stand though about this.
For me, I'd say the law is created for a reason. I think it should be equally treated. So it's put in place. So I think everyone it should be fair to everyone. So I'm siding with Amon.
Hey, Gutierrez.
Hey, ¿qué onda, güey? Being here on the mic. What's up, man? My thoughts.
Welcome back.
Yeah, I thought I was never gonna get on this bitch. Yeah, I agree with people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. Nope.
Well said.
Okay, so now that I know where everybody stands, I feel like my outlook on it was, I'm not out here to save the system, to change the system. Okay, I think the reason why this makes people so uncomfortable is because they don't want to accept the idea that bribery exists even in this country, because it does. It's just that it's legal in this country. Like if we go to India, okay, like you gotta bribe everybody to get anything you want, okay?
Weddings, right?
Right. Dowry, like it's built into the culture, okay? Over here, right? It's the same thing except it's legal and it's called political action committees, okay?
So I got
It's called
a
PACs.
couple points.
So I'm not done. So I think that makes people uncomfortable, and if I'm in a position to make sure that my son or daughter has the best chances at success, I'm gonna pay.
So I got a couple things. Again, we've already agreed that Bubbles and I are on the same page.
Same page, yes.
So, to the effect of what you were saying, there is the education process isn't the final measuring stick for if someone could be a lawyer or a doctor. That's why internships are in place, residencies. I don't know what it is for lawyers, but it's probably the equivalent. You know what I mean?
Maybe a bar exam. They still gotta study.
Oh yeah,
they
bar
still gotta
exam,
do
things
all
like
that,
that.
yeah,
Unless they
yeah.
can ride their way through bar exam, and then
Yeah,
that's amazing.
Yeah.
Congratulations to them
They pay
and the
the
entire
The MCAT.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, right.
Dollars
So,
right
yeah, right. So there's a lot of
got it.
safeguards in place, but the school is just gonna get them in the door. You know what I mean? That's the thing. The other thing is that what I said before about the lower class, without having a lower class, there will be, if everyone's the same class, then there's going to be no class. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, it's always going to be the people in the position where they aren't able to pay for it that are going to be having the uproar or being up in arms about something like that.
Of course.
I was searching the old interwebs, watching creeping on Kylie Jenner's IG. Shout out Instagram.
Where do you find the time?
Oh man,
Everywhere.
in between fucking your mom. So was that too much?
Hey, I'm next.
This guy.
After the gym, I'm gonna go ahead spend the night.
But so she did a video where she was in front of all of her cars. Okay, so this is like millions of dollars worth of cars, amazing cars, and she got them all wrapped the same color. It's amazing. So, but of course, you scroll down the comments and people are like, "Oh, people are starving in Africa, and you're out here doing this." People are so the thing is that there's always going to be I'm going to use the glass ceiling thing. There's always going to be people of a lower class looking up at the glass ceiling, watching you play in the clouds or whatever. People in the mud watching you play in the clouds.
Haters. There's haters everywhere.
Haters get weak.
Haters get weak. Yeah.
Hey, the whole starving in Africa thing. This is a small tangent, but I remember a Dave Chappelle joke.
Oh, God.
He was talking about how he told like one of his friends. He's like, oh, I could really use some whatever restaurant food, right? And then they're like, oh, how can you spend that much money on food? There's kids starving in Africa, and his response was, so bitch, I'm still hungry. Like I still gotta eat. You know what I mean?
Facts.
I think it's
gotta
like,
eat.
Facts.
Yay, people still gotta eat. So when you're a parent, I feel like your life stops being about you if you're a good parent, and it's all about your kids. So I can't really blame them if the option is put on the table for them to take that and to run with it.
So let me add to that. So you said when you become a parent, it's all about the kid, right? But wouldn't your objective as a parent to be raise good kids and instill them with good morals and good work ethic?
What makes them not good?
They're paying for him to go through college. Like they literally boosted his score. How is that how is that ethical? What lesson is that telling that kid like, oh, I could just be a fuck up from the rest of my life. My parents got me.
But that doesn't
that's literally
necessarily-
that's
that
what it's
doesn't
telling
mean
them.
that he's
That doesn't necessarily mean
bad.
that child is out there partying, hitting the club, and driving their Lamborghini all throughout.
Okay.
What if he,
Alright,
what if he just like, oh man, I messed up. Like,
Alright, so,
I didn't take school seriously. I was just partying. But then he's like, man, I messed up that time. And then like, the mom.
Okay. All right.
Just to
Let me give you a case study. Okay. So you guys ever heard of Brock Turner? Rapist Brock Turner, right?
Yep.
Okay,
yeah.
so
Wait, what'd you call him?
they call him Rapist Brock Turner.
Rapist.
Yeah, no, legit.
Seriously, bro, that's really funny because I was thinking about calling you that.
No.
Rapist Brock Turner.
So,
How's it going?
on the internet, if you type in Rapist Brock Turner, you'll find this kid, right?
Wow.
So,
Damn, the title.
so what happened was, so this kid comes from an affluent family. They paid him into college and everything. So he ends up raping a girl behind a dumpster. She was blackout drunk. Right. Yeah. Blackout drunk. And so that gets caught up for saying like, oh, he's getting life in prison for getting 20 minutes of action.
Whoa.
Yeah. So
Is he
that.
getting I thought he.
Yeah,
got
but
probation.
so that's what the dad said, right? And the judge disagreed, and they kicked him out of school and everything. But the thing was like, even though he was on probation and he didn't get sentenced to jail for raping, like he ruined that girl's life. And he's still going around, like, he got arrested for being drunk in Mexico with his mom and got a DUI, and they're getting back deported, and they still bailed him out, his parents, right? So, and
Shout out all those good parents. I
yeah,
like that.
but so like, what lesson did that dude learn? Like,
No,
his
but
parents
does that
literally
have to do with,
his parents literally got him to college.
Well, but that's
They paid him
that's
for
an extreme
everything.
case.
But that's a little
there's
extreme
douchebaggery
because
everywhere.
I mean, look at what the
But I'll say that was his case study. Like, that was
if
an
my
example.
son is arrested for that, obviously I'm not gonna go say the same thing that the dad did, right?
would you say about
I'm talking. Okay, let me phrase it like
skin
this
on
then.
skin, let the love begin. That's what,
Let me phrase it like this then. If my son is out there being a criminal, then I'm not gonna pay for him to go to college because that's a waste of money for me. I'm about to buy myself, a nice car or something with that money that I saved up for his college. Okay, that's an extreme example because that is a kid that's fucking up in and out of school. But if my kid's trying and he can't, compete with these other kids or whatever it is who are maybe let's just say naturally gifted. Okay. And an opportunity is put in front of me, I cannot say right now that I would not pay the money if I had it. That's what I'm saying.
And also,
okay.
I want to
Yeah.
say,
Okay, go ahead.
oh, like you have those values instilled on you right now because
Yes.
of your parents.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But Aman is saying if he becomes that parent now,
Yeah.
he's not gonna think the same way. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
were thinking that certain way right now because you're like, oh, my kid's a criminal, and therefore I'm not gonna pay for school.
Yeah.
But now if you
Amon's kind of on the slippery slope side of this, right? Like, okay, where does it stop? You know what I mean? Because if you start with this one thing, you could easily slip and slide into something worse, which I understand, right? But I wear non-slip. I wear slip-resistant shoes. Okay,
you
so
wear slippers, fam.
I feel like I would draw the line much sooner than Brock Turner's parents did. But I do feel like I'm gonna push that line as far as I
Yeah.
can.
Right,
You're saying
but all right.
opportunity
So let me add to that. See, Brock Turner's the only one that got caught, and he's the
Man,
only one that got
again-
made an example of.
again,
right?
you can't say just because one extreme case now you're
No,
gonna generalize
I'm
the
not
whole
saying
thing.
extreme, but he's the only one that got caught. Like, man, there's people out here doing a bunch of stuff, and there's only a few that get caught that we catch a window of, right? He's the only one that we caught a window of in that system. There might be a bunch of others that are keeping their mouth shut because their parents are paying them off.
But I mean,
You know what I'm
it
saying?
is
Well, we don't know.
It is an extreme case, but that's why judges base things, they rule because of extreme case. This finally came up, and now they're gonna probably put a system down for that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So like Brock Turner was one of the cases, and now this is one of the cases, and it doesn't matter if it's extreme or not. But I feel like
Well, you look at it the same thing with not to shift gears or anything, but it's the
It's the same thing with every year in athletics, the testing becomes more stringent. They're able to test more and more because people are finding different ways to cheat the system, and so they got to stay ahead of the curve too. This is just a thing where these people stayed ahead of the system. They played the game. You know what I mean? The game required you to throw bags of money at it, but they still played that game. You know what I mean? And they got whoever got caught. Whoever didn't, right? But now there's going to be a new game and a new way to play it, and people are going to find the cheat codes, and then it's going to happen again.
Well, it's like with college athletes getting paid, dude. Like there was that huge scandal of all those Miami players, like about 10, 15 years ago, right? And then they just kept trying to put more and more strict laws of how college players can't get any benefit. They can't get sponsorship deals. They can't get free equipment. It has to go through the school. Finally, they were just like, you know what? Like this is costing us so much money. Yeah. Like we can't keep fighting this. We're just gonna let them get paid and get sponsorships. And now starting in 2023, California is the first state to prove it, but they're gonna allow players to get paid.
It's huge.
So eventually, right? Eventually, in this country, again, I think it comes back to people being uncomfortable with the fact that money talks, man. Like, yeah, it's not super fair, but at the end of the day, I mean, we can't ask for everything to be on an even keel. Like, if we divided all of U.S.'s wealth right now evenly, each household gets $700,000 per year. Like every year, they get $700,000, right? So there's no separation factor. But eventually, still, how people use the money, how they invest it, how they do everything is gonna create that separation again. So it'll come back to it eventually, right? So yeah, it doesn't sound great that I'm gonna pay to give my kid an advantage, but if I worked hard or if I won the lotto, whatever the situation is, and my kid has a chance to get an advantage over the thousands of other kids out there, I'm gonna pay.
I like that.
All we can do is just put the rule there. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this is just something like, hey, don't do it. And then you're like, yeah, I got you.
Which is
bribe the fucking judge.
Yeah.
Like, you know?
well, yeah. That's why it's super cliche to say, but aren't rules made to be broken?
No, I mean you can see it that way. Like you're like, oh, that's a rule.
Is
I'll
that
break it?
is that how you?
Yeah, that's how. I
No,
live my
what
life.
you have, what the object of the game is to find a way to circumvent those rules. Find a way.
Always loopholes.
Yeah, find the loopholes. Find that. That's what law is all about. You know what I mean? Finding loopholes in laws, all that type of stuff.
Dude, look, great example. You're studying to be an accountant, okay? Me and Reddy, we're business owners, okay? Every year, our accountant's goal, literally, is to find loopholes.
Yeah, that's true.
Literally find loopholes so that we have to pay the least amount of taxes, dude. Like, that's what it is. And those are tax laws, new tax plans. So, I mean, it's everybody's guilty of it in a certain way or another. I just think that we're thinking about the kids who come from a disadvantaged background and all this stuff, and they don't have the money to pay for it.
Just majority of the people.
And man, hey, it's a struggle, and I feel bad for them. But that's why I'm working hard, so my kid doesn't have to fight against that.
But can we play a game where you can lose? Like I know like we always circumnavigate to find the loops, but can we just accept that this is how the game is?
But
Not human nature.
Yeah.
Not human nature.
Yeah. But I mean, Aman brings up great points, dude, because it is a slippery slope. You do run the risk of your child becoming a
rapist Brock Turner.
Yeah, because
Dude, that is the weirdest name.
No, rapist Brock Turner. Let it be known.
because listen to his logic.
Rapist doctor.
Hey, you might never know. You might
His logic is, I mean, okay, the same parent that's gonna do that it isn't probably, gonna have the same morals to stop his son when he's doing stupid shit, which I understand. And if I put myself in that light, okay, I can see why somebody wouldn't do it, but I don't know, man. I'm just like, if I get that opportunity, I can't say that I'm not gonna do it.
Man, I'll be honest. Even if I had the money, I would like, yo, you working for a kid. I was like, I ain't paying for your shit.
I respect
ain't paying
that,
for your
but
shit.
I respect
Like
that.
100%. I was like, I'm gonna let you eat dirt.
Do you?
Yeah, no, for reals. I'll take all my money and be like, you ain't getting none of it.
Isn't that what Bill Gates is doing? Like he could have gave all the money to the
Yeah,
kids,
because like I'd rather have him work for it, like or learn the value of a dollar, fam. Like shit ain't easy.
Both
You know what I mean?
2019, $1 don't mean shit.
both
Hey,
Bill
I
Gates,
can't
$20 don't mean dick out here.
both Bill Gates and Warren Buffett are donating 99% of their wealth upon their death.
Could they donate a
So
little
their
bit
kids
to
are
me?
only getting 1%, but
Wow.
these dudes are gonna be worth like $100 billion when
Yeah.
they die. So their kids are still getting $1 billion
Yeah,
split
that's
up
true.
between them. So
Real
let's
question
not
is,
feel
how
too
much of
bad.
that shit is really going towards me?
None of it.
It's a good
Okay.
question.
Yeah.
Good question.
Next.
If you have polio, he'll give you a free vaccination, but
Also, how many?
It's looking like a hot
is there a
seat for next
limit
year.
for how many people they can admit? Right? Colleges have a.
Yeah.
So they do take that one.
I'm
that
not sure,
person.
but that's a good conversation, you guys. You guys did really good this time.
Yeah. Listen, my closing thought is that if my child was Iggy Azalea, I wouldn't pay.
Okay. Shout out Rihanna.
Shout out
Facts.
Iggy Azalea.
Facts.
Are you paying?
No, I still wouldn't pay, but I pay for Chris Brown.
Shout out both Rihanna and Iggy Azalea. Fuck Swaggy P.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
No, but
Bastard.
What's it called?
I'm
Jealousy.
interested. I'm interested to see what the verdict is, because this is unprecedented.
Azalea?
No.
No.
Oh, okay, because she did not
College
kill
is
rap.
done.
Okay, I know that.
Because
Did they
She
have
killed rap.
this
For
is
Iggy?
No, college
unprecedented.
scandal.
Yeah, they did.
What?
So
They did have a
Felicity Huffman got 2 weeks. Okay,
that Full
She's in the middle of serving. No, that's the Desperate Housewives.
Okay.
So she got 2 weeks. We just saw her in a picture. She's almost done. I think a couple days. I don't know when this comes out. She's probably going to be out already.
Lori Loughlin pled not guilty because she was not feeling the 2 weeks.
But she's kind of they're saying that she's kind of tripping now because she saw the 2 weeks. It wasn't that big of a deal. It's like because you know what? It's tax evasion because they have to account for that money.
Oh, is that okay?
But they didn't because they cashed out.
So there's no actual laws saying you cannot bribe the
Exactly,
the
but it's
SAT.
I mean, like there.
Money laundering
like,
and tax
So this
evasion.
might actually put that. Rule
It's
there.
not a
This
written
might
law,
put
but
that law in, yeah.
you know, it's like you just shouldn't do that.
Yeah, but it's money laundering, tax evasion because you have to show when you write money.
Right. Okay, so we know 2 people.
All right,
if
so-
this
so-
opportunity came, we know 3 are sticking with the law, sticking with the rules.
And me and Reddy are balling out.
Yep.
Right.
All right. Well,
so-
there you go.
Catch my kid being the next
so-
badass Jack rapist or whatever that was.
Rapist Brock Turner. Rapist Brock Turner.
All right, so
Yeah.
there you have it. That's it's a wrap right now. That was a great discussion. Thank you guys for coming.
Yeah, hey, thanks for coming through. Shout out to our special guest.
Do we have any sponsors?
No.
Okay.
JR's nutsack.
All right.
Jared's not
Shave
sorry.
him.
Open your mouth, buddy.
Hey, listen, word on the streets, he got the driest nutsack this side of the Mason Dixon. I heard it.
Summer was hot this year.
Hey, shout out to the water.
What?
H2O's lit.
Okay. All right.
Hey, Aman,
Tune in next time.
Aman really does love
There you
water.
have it.
This guy loves water. He always steals my water.
Thank you for joining us. And there you have it.
Exactly.